What's up, everybody out there? This your boy OG Daddy V, and you watching TRStv. And I'm here with a legendary artist, and he goes by the name of Joe Cool. What's up with you, Joe?
What's happening, Daddy V? I see you, Cat.
That's right, that's right. I had to stop by a real one, and get some real insight on some of the coldest artistry that's out there right now. And as you guys can see in the back of me, what my main reason I wanted to come talk to him was about the Doggy Style record that Snoop put out. This is the original artist who drew that world famous record, Doggy Style record. And could you just give everybody out there in TRS TV a little insight on who you are?
My name is Joe Cool from Long Beach. Snoop Dogg first cousin, big cousin. Dad's my cousin. RBX is my cousin also. I'm an artist. That's what I do. I don't rap.
That's right.
I don't sing. I draw things and I paint. That's what I do.
Yeah, and you do that very well, and he also has his own style, so that's what sets him apart from the other artists out there, and that's what made me, Daddy V, want to, come talk to him and get some insight on, what started him. So pretty much, when did you start drawing, Joe?
Actually, I started drawing when I was around, the first drawing I remember, I think I was about 6, but I was drawing before that, not like 3, I can't remember back then, but I remember going to Lincoln Elementary, across the street from Poly High School, and I was involved in drawing as a little boy, and always ranked high amongst the other little children, so I knew I had a gift then,
Okay. Now, what was you drawing at that time when you first started drawing?
Titties. I was drawing titties. I was drawing body parts. Well, mainly robots, cause Giant Robot. Remember Giant Robot? Yeah. I would draw, the pyramid-shaped head, the pharaoh-shaped head. Johnny Sacco, the little watch. I used to draw all that shit, man. Superheroes and shit. Make my own superheroes with big ass afros and shit. That's what I was doing, man.
Okay, now, that's cool. But when you got older and you got into high school and stuff like that, then did it change, or you're still drawing the same thing?
More pussies and more titties and women with big asses. I was doing that, trying to mimic Overton Lloyd. I like Stan Lee and shit for the way that he did his characters, and all that shit. But I liked what Overton Lloyd was doing for Funkadelic and George Clinton, Parliament. The Pentatale on the Funky, all them big old asses and shit. He was just getting down, man. And I wanted my style to be similar to that. Then the breakdance and all that pop locking came in, and that New York bomb style came in, And so, I kind of took a little bit of that in, but plus I always had that, that street hood writing, you know what I'm saying? That's that strike that we used to do on walls and shit if you gang affiliated.
Right. You never got into the spray paint and the actual graffiti on the wall part of it?
If I was doing graffiti on the wall, I was putting something like East Side, yada, 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 this street, yada, yada, yada. What's your name with a K on the side of it? I was doing stupid shit like that. Wasn't stupid, because without doing that, I wouldn't have what I have now. It was just perfecting my skills. Like if the homeboys wanted something struck up, said, man, right, fuck such and such. I do it in my block style, like you get out, because actually I just watched a gang of other people with their styles, and then I made it into mine, and it's natural now, It's my shit, like you see the Doggy Style writing, that's my font, mine.
Right. Okay, so after that, what about when did you actually hook up and start drawing for your cousin? And what made you even think of drawing for him?
Shit, money. Okay, now what? This is how it happened, man. It was 1991. I was in Corcoran, California, state prison, and I was drawing up in there, on envelopes and shit for noodles and shit. And Snoop always knew I could draw, man. And, and he was so happened to be staying with my sister, man, because his mom kicked him out the house on 61st. And so what happened was he was over at my sister's house. He told my sister, let me talk to your brother. Let me talk to Joe Cool. And she said, oh, yeah, by the way, he rapping with Dr. Dre. I'm like, you a goddamn lie. He ain't rapping with no goddamn Dr. Dre. You talking from NWA? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay, mess me with that shit. So he running this. Well, I'm thinking he lying. He telling me about this. He said, when you get out, I want you to draw my album cover, because we won't have an album come out. I'm like, nigga, I ain't heard nothing from you yet, because that's the time DJ Quick was holding it down. And so, when I got out, You know, murder, not murder. The case was that single deep cover was banging. It's a '92, and that other one. And at the time, and I was on deep crack. I was smoking. I was in the pipe. You know what I'm saying? I was full pulling, and he told me, "Look, Joe, get off that shit. Smoke you some weed." He said, "Move in with me. I want you to draw my album cover." I said, "Okay." And I did it, man. You know, it took a lot of prayer for me to put that pipe down. And so I went on what do you call it, a weed maintenance program with Snoop. And I was, you know, back to my first love is weed. And my creativity, you know, I drew doggy style under the influence of marijuana and alcohol. And he would come by before I moved in with him and Shantae. He would he would change up his ideas and shit. Because first, Dr. Dre, he didn't want no picture, no art. He wanted a picture of Snoop on top of a doghouse with a woman by the doghouse. And Snoop said, "I don't want that. This is what I want." And so I drew it. He approved it. Then they made me do the letters again because the letters was too short. And he said, "Yeah, it's a go." And I got my first over $1,000 check in my life. You know, Death Row was nice. You know, so that's what happened with that. You know,
And a history album cover was born, because that album is seen by millions of people to this day, and it's one of the all-time favorites in hip-hop history. So that means your art is never going nowhere, never.
I just wish that I could get some residuals from that shit. Now, you want to talk about what happened to that cover?
Yes. By the way, what did happen to that cover?
The original this year, well, actually last year, I got a call from my friend Soren Baker, and he told me that they're auctioning off your original doggy style. I'm like, fuck you mean? You know, because I had been in and out of jail on crack, in and out on the streets, in and out of jail, in and out of prison, and I never took time out to go get it from the guy who colored it for me. Right. You know, I didn't do the coloring. I gave the guy instructions, Chris Birch, on how to color it. Now I stood over his shoulder and I pointed, and while he colored it. And what happened was he had my original. And so with the original being in his possession, and being on drugs, I never did go get it. And so what happened was he like, fuck it, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I ain't heard from this motherfucker. So I'll keep this. And so Soren Baker told me he was selling it. So he sold it to a third party. Right, and the third party put it on this auction house, a big auction house. Right. And I found out about this shit, and I told my cousin, manager, Ted Chung, "Hey man, can you help me get this back?" He said, "Yeah." So he put together a crew of people, you know, with degrees and letters behind their names, and they caught up with this dude. They made him offer he couldn't refuse, and right now the album cover is safe, and it's put away. And it may be up for auction real soon.
And there you have it. So, you know, let everybody out there know that you got to be on point, whether you're an artist or an artist. You know, you got to be able to stay on point with your business. And it's always good to do business when you're not on drugs. So, lesson learned. And there you have it. So, so what actually are you doing right now? What are you currently working on?
Right now, I'm working on this right here. This is the piece that I'm about to do, you know, because I've been doing a lot of acrylic paintings, and Snoop bought my whole set not too long ago. He bought all of the paintings that I did with these specific characters. They're actual characters from the time of not Jim Crow, but of a minstrel, when they had the minstrel shows. So what I did, I took those minstrel characters, those big red lips, black face, and I made them black, you know, real black skin. You know what I'm saying? And I made these characters, man, and they vividly colored, they bright, they look nice with a black background, and it's like you got to have the whole set if you won't get one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't have them with me because Snoop has them, but I am getting some prints made of them, and this is one of them. You know, this big lip motherfucker right here with the cigar, he gonna be shooting pool. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing acrylic paintings, man. I'm trying to do a line. Also, I'm doing some SKUs for West Fest Mall. You know, that means like those shirts that you see with the people on them. It's like the sleeves is playing. Yeah, and then you see the tigers and the Photoshop and all that shit, those type of pictures. But I'm actually doing my own drawings on them. And West Fest Mall, which is a platform for me to showcase my stuff. you know, through my cousin. And there's several other artists. So if you're a good artist, you know, go to West Fest Mall, see if Snoop and his crew accept you, and that way you can get to that platform to showcase your shit. You know, like you'll see this right here. This is I drew this. Risky Brent painted this. I drew this one. That one right there, Risky Brent painted that one too. I drew them. You know, but this is the original dog from Doggy Style. Right. You know, and this one right here, Sherm. Now, if you from L.A., Compton, Watts, South Central, you know what Sherm is. So this motherfucker right here was flying out. I did every bit of artwork when I painted it. I used oils and I used acrylics. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorites. I get this one from you remember Schoolhouse Rock? Yeah, Verb, that's what's happening. Yeah. Well, this is Sherm, that's what's happening. You remember the character?
Yeah, I remember.
I can see the object.
Now, will any of your characters or any kind of the art you draw, will any of it ever become cartoon, or are you even interested in doing cartoon?
Hell yes. Yes, I'm working with this, me and this dude named Daddy V, we was talking about some shit, you know, putting some shit together, you know what I'm saying? My nigga from Compton, you know, and he got many resources, you know what I'm saying, many hookups, Japan, all over, especially Japan, you know what I'm saying? This dude is a god, you know what I'm saying? And he's got the hookups, and so, you know, I'm willing to work with him, you know what I'm saying? We'll put our creative juices together, get them to flowing, you know what I'm saying? What he can do for us overseas, and we may get some animation, and I believe that's highly possible.
Absolutely, because I actually talked to a company about you when I was in France. I went to an animation company and I bought them up. Yeah, I popped up on y'all in Paris too one time. You know, Warren G was out there. RBX, you know, shouts out to RBX, Warren G, the whole Doghouse family, you know what I mean? I just talked to RBX today, you know, I'm about to go over there and we're gonna chop up some, you know, some of that hustle game. Yes. You know what I mean? Okay, so as far as drawing, you know, when it comes to drawings and cartoons, you know, that's licensing. You ever license any of your artwork out to any companies?
You know what? Yes, I have. But mainly, I've learned not to just flat out sell it to them, you know, because it holds value, and my name is
licensed.
Yes, and you know, so I've learned these little tricks of the trade as I went along, as I made these mistakes, like Supreme, Huff. These are two companies that have pieces of my artwork that I can't use them no more because it's their shit now, and they made a lot of money off my shit, and I just got a flat fee. But yes, these right here, I'm, you know, not just these, but if you want me to do some shit for you, more than likely we're gonna have to come with a license deal or something.
It's a licensing agreement, and you give it to them for a good 5 years, and all the business do good within that 5 years. You can renew the contract, and you will do that for the next 20, 30 years if you're interested in some of my work. So it's pretty much that. They've been getting you, me, all of us, people who don't know, with that work for hire. They hire you, exactly. Get it, you sign the paper.
Put the taxes too.
Right, right.
And at the end of the year, you know, they send you these little, I ain't gonna pull it out though. Oh, you owe taxes. Wait a minute. So that means that I made not 5,000, but 3,500. So they, you know, so whenever you do make a deal like that or whatever, try to think taxes too, man, because you know I owe the IRS like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta just, you know, it's just tightening up on the business. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I mean, if you don't know, you gotta ask somebody, man. Because if we know better, we do better. You know what I'm saying? More than like most of us do. Yeah,
right.
Right.
So none of your characters. I mean, I seen some years ago you did have some actual characters on some T-shirts. What was that about?
Oh, that was Cool Hustle Clothing. Me and Jason Kravitz. You know, he was a cool dude, man. But you know, things didn't work out well. You know, as far as his distribution tactics and his behind closed door tactics, it just didn't work out. And we had a nice line, man. You know, we had some nice quality shirts. We had my characters in action, and we had the Yin Yang twins. They was cracking at the time.
Right, I got the footage of it with us in there.
Man, we had all kinds of people wearing our stuff, man. But this guy, man, he was doing. I'm not gonna badmouth him because you know he did give me an opportunity and he did help me. Right, you know, but the thing is, things didn't turn out right, man. You know, shout out to Jason.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
You know, so would you ever want your characters on some clothes like that again to come back like that?
Fucking right, I would. Of course I would. I mean, that's one of my dreams, to get it back out there.
Right.
And it don't have to be the same characters, you know. It can, I mean, because I'm creative, man, and God gave me this gift to keep creating. So it would be if anybody out there looking for some artwork to go on some holler at me and Daddy V.
Right, exactly. It's gonna be most likely me and you come together. You know, with our boy Frank Nitty, cause shouts out to Frank Nitty. You know what I mean? Frank got a good situation over there going with the clothes, and you know, it's just basically everybody coming together, working together, and make sure everybody eat, and that's pretty much what it's all about.
Exactly, man. Cause this is right here where we at. This shit costs to live here. You know what I'm saying? We got to make ends meet. Mine's is through my hands. You know what I'm saying? Not fighting, but dipping these paintbrushes and taking my time to get these colors right and to do, you know, to put paint where it ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My gift is from God is to create something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? I buy this for $12. I buy the paint. I ain't gonna give you the price of that shit, and then I can sell it. God, you know, like God gave old boy the fishing pole, right? He learned how to fish instead of asking for a piece of fish. That's the same with me, you know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. Daddy V, you the man. And you teach a whole lot of motherfuckers.
Right. Well, I'll just try to do what I got to do. But okay. So, have you ever done a photo gallery before, where you got them all hanging out, and you know, people in there sipping on wine and eating cheese and grapes, talking about your artwork?
You know what, man? With the collection that I had that Snoop bought, he said that he's going to put a gallery together for that. But by that time, I'm going to have more artworks to display, you know. And I have entered my artwork into a gallery, where an exhibit, and it was called No Love for the Internet. My friend Tara David, shout out to Tara, that's my homegirl. I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers say about her. She the bomb. She put my shit in a contest, not a contest, but in a gallery, and it got, out of all the pictures, there was a lot of artists there, a lot of rich white folks, you know, some bougie black ass people too, and people want to buy the motherfucker. But I guess they had hangovers the next day and forgot to call me, because they was really interested. One dude wanted to write me a check right then and there. I don't know why I didn't take that motherfucker. But I'm like, no. She said, no, don't take it, because it's gonna be something people call. But I should have took that motherfucking money, because I ain't heard nothing from that white man.
But it still lets you know that that's something that you need to look more into, because I got my other buddy, Maurice Andrews. He a youngster, is drawing, and same thing. I'll try to encourage him to, you know, do a lot of oil paintings now. And you too, you know, do some canvases of some oil, of some crazy weird ass shit too. So when you 80 years old, or up out of this motherfucker, your weird ass paintings you drew is worth 10 million, 150 million, and stuff like that.
That sounds, but I don't want that. I want my shit to sell now. Don't bring me flowers when I'm dead. Bring me flowers now. You know what I'm saying? Come there. You know, don't sing sad songs at my sing some happy songs to me now. I want my shit now.
Right. You know? I mean, well, we gonna help you get that paper right now, but you know, hey, in the art world, it is what it is.
It's cool to be remembered, but look at Basquiat. You know, Basquiat, one of Jay-Z done bought all these paintings. Jay-Z bought paintings. A few other rich motherfuckers done bought his paintings, and he dead as a dick. That nigga dead as a doorknob. Young man. He's making more money dead than he is alive. Like Tupac, man. I don't want that. I want to make my shit now. I want to make it now. I want to be remembered alive.
Right, and you have a point there.
Don't be dying. All this is valuable. I don't want that. Let it be valuable now. Buy it now, and then when I die, the value probably will increase. But I don't want that, man. You know, it's cool though, but shit, fuck that. Can't spend it in heaven, man. Shit, or hell.
It most like in heaven. Yeah, he got that. Yeah, no. But you got a point there. But you know, hey, man, you got the. the art world is what it is, man. You know, you make it while you're here, and you make even more while you're gone. So what it is setting yourself up and registering all of your work. Have that set up to where your son and your son's sons can be able to eat off of your artwork, because that's what you want to actually set up. You know what I mean? Right.
I'm
So
not going to sell all of my paintings, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep some for myself and some for my family to enjoy, because now my hallway is empty. But I'm going to fill that back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do some stuff for myself, but it's a slow process, Daddy V. Yeah. It's slow. I don't do like my boy Risky. He can paint a picture and be done like that. But see, I'm new with painting, so it takes me a minute. But after I'm finished, everybody like, oh, that's nice. I like that.
that's what you want.
Yeah, now what I want is this. I don't want them, when I put my shit on Instagram or Facebook, I don't want you to like it. I want you to love it. I want you to love it enough to buy it. It should be a button, buy it. You know what I'm saying? Not like, buy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, be that artist that has that setup, you know, money coming in while you sleep. Yeah. So you just have that setup. I mean, who has it? So soon as you do it and it work, here come all of the rest of the artists. Now artists are making money and selling the art like they mixtapes and making money and living off of it. So you set it up.
Just like it's some bullshit mixtapes, it's a whole bunch of bullshit art. You know what I'm saying? But when you get my shit, man, you getting some original shit. I am the guy that did Doggy Style. You know what I'm saying? I still ride that wave, man. You know, that's my claim to fame. Oh, yeah, also the Gin and Juice single, I did that too. The What's My Name single, I did that too. You see that character? I did that. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting it from me. You can say, hey, I got something from Joe Cool. He did Doggy Style. That's what people do. But it kills me when people call and ask me, do artwork and shit, and they want to pay me pennies and shit, right? And come at me with these little small-ass monetary amounts, but they will take my shit and blow it up. And artwork by Joe Cool, for instance, this dude from this record company, right? I did some artwork for his artist. Then he wanted me to do these letters, right? He said, oh, I got $50. I said, man, $50? What the fuck am I gonna do with $50?
Buy eighth.
As if I small.
That's what I'm gonna do with the motherfucker.
So anyhow, long story short, man, we increased it a little bit, and you know what he did was he blasted that shit all on Instagram, all on Facebook. He put it on the cover of a single. He took the shit to it. I'm like, hold it. So you know, we have to be clear on what you're gonna do with my shit first. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm drawing it for you, we have to be clear. That way, it won't be no hard feelings, and I won't do a U-turn if I see you stand out and jump out and do something to you. Let's have some clarity. Let's be fair. Let's be nutritious about the situation.
Let's be nutritious and spread the riches, and also share the bitches.
Yes, most definitely. We must share. You know what I'm saying? We must share.
It's all good, man. See, I'm glad I came over here and talked to the homie, because it's some inspiring artists out there. What do you actually have for up and coming artists as far as advice to give to them? Because there's some little ones wanna be Joe Cools out there, man, who would love to have an artist have a painting on a multi-million-dollar record.
This is what I say to you, man. Make sure that if you do get the opportunity, make sure that you're not giving it all away. Make sure that, you know, just like that artists get points, you know, get residuals from that album, make sure that you get something like that. You know, include that in the contract. Let me get 10 cents off an album or something. Because if that was the case, man, with Doggy Style, man, you would have, if I was getting that type of money, you wouldn't be coming right here to where I'm at right now. You'd be like, yes, Daddy V here to see Joe Cool. I'm sending him in, sir. Right this way. I have advice for you guys, for you youngsters. Have your own motherfucking style first and foremost. You know, it's cool to mimic some shit, but try not to. Try to be as original as possible. You know, because when I go on Westfest Mall, I see a whole bunch of people using my character. You know what I'm saying? And I'll check them. You know what I'm saying? They don't check them down. And one of them got smart with me and shit, but that's cool. You know, some people say they paying homage. I don't appreciate all that shit. Fuck paying homage. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck homage. Pay me. I can't do nothing with you. You making money off my shit. Ask me.
Or at least ask me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's called respect. Don't steal nobody else's shit. Stan Lee and all of them, it's cool to learn from them. Draw their characters and shit. But don't draw their characters and put your name on it. You know what I'm saying? And say, I drew. No, you copy somebody else's shit, man. Just be unique. Just like you rappers, be unique. Don't sound like Snoop Dogg. Don't sound like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Don't sound like Biggie. Be unique. You know what I'm saying? Make a painting that's easy on the eyes, that people remember. Just like certain rappers say certain things that you remember. Hip, hop, hippity, hip, hip. We'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? We'll never forget that. Right. Just like I want some of my artwork to be unforgettable. Be original.
Like that one right there. We will never forget that.
Yes, but that's cool. But the thing is, remember, if you remember this, I ain't getting a motherfucking penny from this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting shit. But what came with it is people recognize me as an artist. You know what I'm saying? They know that.
So you did get something.
Yes, I did. All that to say that. God is good, man. No moans, no groans, no gripes. Just remember to be original, man, and ask God for creativity if you believe in higher power, man.
And there you have it right there, man. This is my boy, Joe Cool, man. You see how cool he is? See how talented he is? That's why TRStv is going after the cool and talented. And this is Joe Cool right here. And I'm Daddy V, y'all, and I'm getting it straight from the artist's mouth. Straight from the hand from the man. You know what I'm saying? So, Joe, you got anything you got coming out besides the guy behind you or anything you want to say to the world out there?
Well, I got a lot of irons in the fire, and I can go on and on. But I just want to tell the world, man, that I live a whole different life today. I want to thank the people of CAAA, for helping me with my sobriety, man. 11 years clean and sober, man, without a hit, fix, or drink, man, and I'm a lot more creative without that stuff, man. I don't knock those that smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do. But the next step up is going to take you down. So, you know what I'm saying? If you smoke weed, stay there, man. Do your best. Keep God first.
And there you have it, y'all. TRStv, Daddy V, Joe Cool, one of the coolest artists on the West Coast.
Peace, Chicago.
You got to do it.
This is Cousin Joe Cool, the artist, and I'm watching TRStv. Believe that.